Hello and welcome back to NothingButNet, brought to you by Always Balling for the player within. My name's Mike Miller, and what a week we've had so far in the NBA. By far the most impressive stat line for me, and I use impressive, perhaps not in the best way, has been the 9 ejections we've seen over the last 3 days. Starting with the MLK games on Monday, which meant that we got early basketball here in the UK, 5:30, which is great unless, like me, you're on a commuter train. That night, we saw the first of the ejections come in the shape of Kyle Lowry and Ben Simmons, followed quickly by Trevor Ariza and Blake Griffin and Russell Westbrook. Then we had Bielitsa get into a fight with Aaron Afalo, who threw a big punch and ended up in a headlock. Brilliant. Followed by Michael Carter-Williams getting into, for some reason, a bit of a scrap with Tim Frazier of the Wizards. And people thought this league was too friendly. Well, things seem to be heating up, and this is supposed to be a low point in the season. People get a bit tired around now, ready for the All-Star break before the final playoff push. But it's good to see that the competitive spirit is there right at this point in the season as well. So this Saturday, there are a bunch of really good games. You've got Cleveland at OKC. If you like big men, you've got Memphis at New Orleans. And you've also got Toronto at Minnesota. But the biggest, and the one game I want to talk about this week by far, sees the number 1 seed in the West, the Golden State Warriors, visit the number 2 seed in the West, the Houston Rockets. This is the third and final series, or matchup of their regular season series. And so far they split it 1-1, both teams winning on the road. This is the number 1 and number 2 high scoring team in the league. This is a game with 3 of the top 6 scorers in the league, 2 of the top 5 in assists, and that's not even including Chris Paul, who through injury hasn't yet qualified, but if he were to, he'd be joint third with James Harden, his backcourt teammate. There's a lot of ball movement there. There is a lot of scoring. And in terms of scoring, we know that the Warriors are a 3-point shooting team, apparently. Yes, they shoot the best percentage in the league, but they average just under 30 attempts a game. The Rockets, on the other hand, average 43.6, absolutely just gunning them. So you're going to see a fast-paced game with both teams being in the top 10 for pace. I think they're 3rd and 8th, with the Warriors being the quicker of the two. You're going to see fast-paced basketball, lots of 3-point shots going up, and 2 elite teams. Effectively, this is your preview of what should be the Western Conference Finals coming up in May. The one team that has the chance to derail the Warriors, perhaps, in the Rockets. Certainly, they have addressed many of their issues defensively. They've brought in some long 3-and-D guys like Luka Mbamute, who's going to have the horrific challenge of trying to stop Kevin Durant. They brought in Chris Paul, as I mentioned, who is, in my opinion, one of the best defenders in the league when it comes to controlling. I'd say controlling, maybe not even that, maybe just slowing Steph Curry. So it's really going to be a case of the matchups in this one. Certainly the Warriors have far too much talent. It's a case of pick your poison, because if you try and take out KD and Steph Curry, you've still got another historically great shooter in Klay Thompson, and you've also got Draymond Green, who is an incredible passer and just all-round just fantastic player. So it's going to be a very, very good game. You can watch that at 1:30 a.m. on Sunday morning, so late Saturday night, live on League Pass or BT Sports 3. So that's 5:30 if you're on the West Coast, 8:30 if you're on the East Coast in the States. It's going to be the best game easily of this weekend. I say easily, there's some great ones anyway. But anyway, I'll leave you with that, and I'll catch you next time. Make sure you follow us on all of the social media channels at NothingButNetBB. Make sure you check out our sponsors, alwaysballing.com, where if you go there and you fancy something, you can get 10% off. You've got to remember this really, really difficult code, though. It is NothingButNet. Type that in, 10% off, sorted. Get yourself some nice gear. UK-based company, UK-made clothes, all hoops minded. And whilst you're there, check out my friends online as well, at the Drop B-Ball and at Double Clutch UK. See you next time.